Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to talk about the NASCAR Cup Series playoff elimination race at Bristol. I thought it was just a kind of boring, forgettable race. It was kind of just a pretty boring race overall. Probably one of the most forgettable Bristol races I've watched. I mean, nothing really crazy happened, to be honest. It's just the next gen car at short tracks has just been a disaster with the next gen. Like, just forgettable. Just a crappy race. Denny Hamlin won the race at Bristol tonight. Dominant car. Christopher Bell and Hamlin were really the two dominant cars. Larson was in the top 5 majority after he started in the back of the field. Probably one of the worst Bristol races in years. The car is terrible. It just makes all the good tracks just suck. Only because of this shit car. The Xfinity race was, it was solid. It's just the Bristol Dirt Race. It's not 100 times better than this. Normal Bristol is one of the best tracks on the schedule if you have the correct car on it, not this next gen car. The short track package in general needs to change, just not the track. The race wasn't enjoyable. NASCAR's just clueless with the freaking next gen car. And this used to be one of the best races on TV. Now, it just sucks watching short tracks now because of the next gen car. The package is terrible. Just NASCAR needs to fix this car. This is just a snooze fest. It just makes the premier tracks boring on a weekly basis. Tracks like this. But we dropped Bristol. I mean, I'm not saying drop Bristol Dirt for a second snoozer. It's the car, not the track. I mean, I feel like the car sucks on both versions of Bristol. They just have to figure this thing out. The second half of this race absolutely sucked. I mean, the whole race sucked. I mean, whoever's up front stayed up front. Qualifying and pit road determined the race, really, not the drivers. Like, clean air, still a big problem. And 10 cars on the lead lap. One of the worst Bristol races I've ever watched, to be honest. But yeah, this car just needs so much improvement. But yeah, Hamlin won at Bristol. Harvick, Logano, Stenhouse, and McDowell were eliminated. They're all eliminated. Truex really got in because of NASCAR's terrible call when he got loose, and they said caution for debris just to make an excuse for a terrible caution they threw to help Truex get into the next round. So it's another thing that happened. The next gen car still sucks on short tracks. Bristol just so boring with the next gen car. Just awful. At least Bubba Wallace made the next round, which was cool to see. I'll basically just go over the race, and if I'm not going to make it too long, the recap's not even worth it. Christopher Bell won both the stages to really help him clinch into the next round. So yeah, there's that. There was a big wreck with LaJoy that took out Newman, Justin Haley, Logano, which pretty much ended his night and eliminated him from the playoffs and his chances of making the next round. So yeah, just a horrible race overall. Like, they just need to improve this car on short tracks. It's just so boring. It's not entertaining to watch at all. And just this season has been just as a whole boring and terrible to watch because you're getting the same winners every week and just mid racing. Besides some races here and there, I'll give them my race rating 5 out of 10. I'll just go over my quick notes because there's not many. Almadeer Cedric crash, which was our first caution. The second one for rain. Bell won stage 1. We had a red flag for a little bit for rain. Stage 2. Bell won stage 2. Stage 3. LaJoy, Logano, Newman, Ty Dillon, and Justin Haley crashed. I talked about that. Truex's crash, which I went over briefly. NASCAR really saved him with that caution. And nothing really happened else. Denny Hamlin took the lead on the restart, drove away, and won the race. So, yeah, 5 out of 10 race. Really boring. Cut off elimination race. So, yeah, it's kind of sad because I like Bristol. It's just next gen car just does not do it any favors. But, whatever. 5 out of 10 race. But, yeah, I'll just end up saying this next gen car needs to improve on short tracks. And let's go Bubba Wallace. Peace.